a long time to try out these products and really play with them and see what works how and what I can get away with and what I can't, how much I can look like Rihanna or not. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this video. This is exciting for me and it's very late, but I mean, I'll get to it when I get to it. So today I'm going to be trying out all of the Fenty Beauty products and giving some of my thoughts on what I have. I'm kind of glad actually that I'm very late on this review wagon because I had a long time to try out these products and really play with them and see what works how and what I can get away with and what I can't, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm gonna let you guys into my thoughts on the Fenty Beauty makeup line. What I did basically was just create this look. With the moment that I heard that Rihanna was coming out with a makeup line, I was beyond excited and I said I must try this out. And obviously it came out very subtle. She came out with mostly complexion products, which makes sense because it is Rihanna and I think she's known for that amazing skin, and she doesn't do too much with all the rest of her makeup, but her complexion always looks flawless. I'm glad she came out with mostly complexion products to begin with. She came out with 40 shades of foundation and a bunch of highlighters and contours. I'm gonna list all the products, or I'll put a picture or something. I also have a blog post that goes with this video and it talks a lot more in depth about exactly how I feel about all these products, but I'm mainly going to be demoing them and showing how they look on someone with skin such as mine. Now when it comes to my skin type, I definitely have problem skin at the moment. My skin is not perfect. I have very large pores in the middle of my face. I have very oily skin, extremely oily no matter what I do. My skin tone is quite uneven, but my biggest problem are dark spots from acne. So this is how it turned out, and I'm not wearing any concealer. I usually have to deal with concealer on an everyday basis because of my dark spots, but you can't really see any dark spots, I don't think. I mostly have it in this area. It's hormonal acne. The rest of my face is fine. It's just that my skin tone is not like perfectly even. But you can't even really see them. And I have no concealer on. It's just 2 layers of her foundation. So you're gonna see exactly how well this foundation covers. So if you guys wanna see how I achieve this look and my thoughts on the Fenty Beauty makeup line, then just keep watching. As you can see, I'm coming to you with no makeup on, just wash and moisturize face. I usually come with my foundation and my eyebrows done, but today I just did my eyebrows because Fenty didn't come out with any brow products as yet, but that's okay. She started out with a lot. I mean, 40 shades of foundation is a lot of foundation, and she did come out with quite a few complexion products, which is what I'm mostly focused on anyways. I'm not going to prime for this video because I want to show you guys exactly how this foundation comes out. It's called Pro Filt'r Foundation. It is a soft matte Longwear foundation, and I have the shade 420. I did shop this online as soon as it came out, which is always a risky step if you're going for foundation shades, for like a foundation you've never tried before. I really do feel like that descriptions that went with each shade of foundation, they were very accurate and they were easy to understand. So at least I found that I didn't feel as out of place picking a foundation, and I did pick right, thank goodness, because I hate doing returns. That was risky. I had nothing to base it on, but the description provided on the website was fantastic. This has been out for a long time, so if you're not sure, just go into Sephora and get color matched, because there are, like I said, 40 shades, which is amazing, and I think pretty much everybody can find a shade for them. I'm going to start with the foundation. I've heard people say that And it just makes sense that actually if you use a brush to apply the foundation, you'll get a more full coverage, and if you use a sponge, you'll get a more medium coverage. The instructions for this foundation say to shake it really well. Let's see, it's quite runny, but I don't have a problem with that. My only issue that I've found with this foundation is that it dries so fast. So it's gonna be 2 pumps. And as I said before, I didn't apply any concealer because I wanted to see how much coverage this really gives. And on a regular basis, I really do need concealer because I have problem skin at the moment. Regularly, I do need foundation or concealer along with my foundation because these dark marks will show through. And my skin tone is very uneven, which I'm working on currently, and it's going quite well actually, but it's not like I can't go outside without foundation. Or I don't know if I shouldn't go outside without foundation, but I just really don't care. Either way, I can go outside without foundation and I feel fine. So, it's a pretty good match, as you can see. When it actually dries down, it gets just a little bit darker. I didn't find this foundation oxidized. Some people have said that it did, but for me it hasn't. It's just that it dries down to a slightly darker shade than what is in the bottle. So this is 1 layer, and to me it looks pretty good. No primer, nothing. If you have been following my blog for a while, you will know that I don't really like to splurge on foundation just because the drugstore has such great options. So I wouldn't wear this every day. This would not be my everyday foundation. This might be my going out foundation from now on. So this is 1 layer, which I think is good. It covers up pretty much all of my spots. And it definitely evens out my skin tone 100%. So let's just because we're going for the full look. So anyways, when I wear foundation as well, I don't like to put it in the middle of my face because that is the most oily part of my face. And I know this foundation is geared towards people with oily skin, such as myself, but I'm still not gonna take those kind of risks. So I mostly just put it on the outer parts of my face where I need the most coverage. And we're just gonna blend that in. Found with this foundation that it is definitely geared towards people with oily skin, so it actually works out okay for me. So blending out the 2nd layer. I didn't think it was going to give me this much coverage for such a little bit that I've used. I was quite impressed with it, and it does wear quite well throughout the day. Moving on to the matchsticks, I'm going to start with the trio that I initially purchased. Was the Tan trio, and it comes in the shades Truffle as a contour, Caramel as a highlight for under the eyes, and Rum as a highlight for the cheekbones. I didn't go for the darkest trio because when it comes to my highlighting and contouring for every day, I just don't like it to be too intense. So that's why I went with the second darkest trio. And I feel like, though I wouldn't wear the foundation every day, this could definitely be an everyday thing for me. So that's why I decided to go for this trio. And you do get a lot of product in here. Like, these sticks are very wide and you get quite a lot of product. So it might look small on camera, but this is actually a lot of product. Like, I don't know when I would ever run out of this, even if I was to use it every day. Especially because I'm not heavy-handed with contouring and highlighting. I'm really not. Ooh, just sticking together. I'm really not, so I feel like this would last a very long time. We'll start with the highlight. I'm not a fan of a stick highlighter for under the eyes. I tend to go for liquid, but I decided to give it a try anyways because, I mean, it really is very convenient. But because they are so wide, it's a little bit difficult to get under my eyes. And, oh, and that is in the shade Caramel. Looks like this. It's a very yellow highlight. I do have yellow undertones. And the contour is in the shade Truffle, which is like this. Like I said, for my everyday, I don't like my contour to be extremely out there. And when it comes to contours, I do like a stick foundation too, or I don't mind it being in a stick form. See, it's extremely subtle. I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for my foundation to blend everything out. And they are very blendable, these matchsticks. Especially once they touch the skin, they really warm up and just blend beautifully. That is it for the highlight and contour. Now the other highlighter that comes in the trio is called Rum, and it is a more yellow golden highlight. So just gonna put that there. Ooh. Cupid's bow, and I'm going to use my finger to just tap that out. The last matchstick that I got was in the shade Cinnamon, and it is actually a more pink highlight, which I do love, and it looks like this. It's beautiful. Another product that she has that I really actually do want to try is a blotting powder that is supposed to keep you matte all day. I'm not sure how that works. I've never found a blotting powder that actually works for me. So I would like to try that out. Now, for the last complexion product that I have, the Killawatt highlighter. I'm going to just set this on top of the Rum that I've already put on, and I think for today I'm gonna go with Moscow Mule. I can swatch them both though for you. That is Moscow Mule. And then we have Ginger Binge, which is supposed to be a more everyday daytime highlight. But that's what Ginger Binge looks like. I did a whole blog post on all of these with much better swatches, so I'll link that down below or on the screen somewhere, and you can go check that out. I'll just go in with this fan brush, and I think I'm gonna use Moscow Mule. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I much prefer a powder highlight to a cream highlight, just because I do have oily skin and I can get away with a lot more if I use a powder. So I'm glad that she has this. Okay, so the final product now is the lip gloss, and she only came out with one of these. I believe now she has her holiday collection out, which is limited edition. In the limited edition Galaxy collection, she has quite a few lip products, and they're all full of shimmer. This is also full of shimmer too, but it's a little more understated. It's supposed to be a universal lip luminizer for every skin tone. Let's see if this can change a matte lipstick loving girl to a gloss girl. Now it does feel good on. It's not super sticky. I think I would like to use this with a brown lip liner, like a dark brown lip liner, to give it some more dimension on someone like me. It is shaded pink in the tube, but it comes off a little bit more sheer than that. There is a little bit of pink color to it, but for someone with pigmented lips like myself, this is not gonna cut it, boo-boo. It needs something else. I don't know, I'm just not much of a gloss girl. I have very full lips already, and a gloss is really not something that I need. And it gets everywhere, and I don't know. So, final thoughts on the Fenty Beauty line. Overall, I love it. There's really not much that I can complain about. Don't think that it's just because it's Rihanna, because I mean, I love me some Rihanna, but I love my money more. So the fact that I don't feel upset that I spent this much money on makeup products that I usually don't splurge on, such as foundation, I'm still not mad about it, and that says a lot if you know me. Love the matchsticks, love the foundation, love the Killawatt highlighter, beautiful. Now the only thing that I purchased that I don't feel like I love as much is the gloss. Here I've added a very dark brown lip liner, and I put some more gloss on top. I'm not a gloss girl. Maybe I will never be a gloss girl. I just feel like gloss is just, it's too much for me. And it's a lot more maintenance throughout the day. Like if you're eating and drinking, this is gonna go very quickly, and I'm the type of person that when I do my makeup, I don't like to redo it at all throughout the day. So I mean, gloss is a little too high maintenance for me, but if you love gloss, I feel like this is an amazing gloss to have. So I think that is it for my Fenty Beauty review. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this useful. If you've been going back and forth about whether to buy something from this collection, so far it looks great. I can't wait to see what else she comes out with, and I'll see you guys in my next video.